cheese.
¿Qué es allá?
Diga hola.
Hola.
Diga hola, princess. Hello, everyone. It's Permaculture Goods out here. I haven't made videos or posted videos in a while. I accidentally deleted all of my videos and can't recover. But that makes my phone, adds more room to my phone. But I just wanted to give you an update. It's August. We're almost at the middle of August. Past the middle of August, so we passed that hot season. The figs, I see some figs coming along here. I wanted to give you a garden update because I can't let this year go by without, you know, me not showing you anything, because it's kind of, I like to document. But here you can see a baby fig right there. I don't know if you can capture it. Probably going to get itchy later for touching this. There's one coming along. So hopefully we'll get some if the cold spell doesn't come too soon. Right here is the center where we always start the garden tour. We have our castor bean this year, right here. It's going to seed. This is really good if you have gophers, moles, that kind of stuff. They come out there and they're actually poisonous to kids. So here we have the castor bean, guys, like I was saying. It's going to seed already. Save the seeds. It's really good. It's a decorative plant and it keeps the gophers away. I'm sure it helps to give pollen to some pollinators here. Then we have our bitter melon. It came back. I'm not sure if I planted this one or if seeds just came back from the previous year. It skipped 1 year, but you know the seeds are viable for a couple of years. So I think that it skipped a year. Here you can see there's a big one here, and there's one over here too. And there's one that's already went to seed. I collected some seeds and I'm drying them now. Bitter melons are really good for the cleaning of the blood, purifying the blood and things like that. There's another big one right there. So there's quite a bit, and there's some ants on it. There's some kind of critter in it. That other one back there, you see that one? Some critters on that one. So we have lamb's quarter, guys. This is what this is. Lamb's quarter is really good. It's high in calcium. That's what I know. You can treat it like a spinach and the stalk like an asparagus. This is a common weed around here, and we just let it grow along the borders here. We have dandelion over here that comes back year after year, which is really good. Really, really good for you. Look up the benefits for dandelion. I think it has vitamin D. Pretty sure it's a blood purifier too, so it's a cleansing herb. You can use the leaf, the flower, and the root. Dry them out. Right now, just the leaf. In the spring is the flower, and in the fall is the time to get the root. So flower, then leaf, and then root. We have root right here. Bitter melons growing everywhere. We have a couple of beans just kind of crowding here, along with the lamb's quarter growing in here. The beans take a break during the hot summer, and then they'll start coming back in the fall. So there they are. There's the beans. They're still flowering, and there's some hanging. We have the big old beans. I don't know if you can zoom in on that. There's some bugs on it, but they won't do anything. They're just hanging in there. They'll nibble maybe at some, but not a big deal. Here's one, and here's a big old castor bean that grew pretty tall. See this guy? And they're producing new baby beans. We have our pumpkins here. There's a big one over there, kind of big. If you can see it there, dark green. We have a persimmon growing right here. Wire got stuck in it. But this guy is a hardy American persimmon. There's a year that they fruit and a year that they take a break. He's just a youngling. So we'll give him like, a decade to perform. Then we have this peach or nectarine tree that's probably going to get taken out here. So just kind of get a view of what things look like, and I'm thinking about taking him out because he's a store-bought tree. You know how that goes. If you buy them at the store, They're no good. I've learned that the hard way. So that's that, and it shades a lot here, so if I was to take him out, then it would add a lot of sun down here to grow some root crops like carrots or beets or anything else that I'm growing here. Then if you look around here underneath the tree, we're just going to point it out to you. We have comfrey. You can just stand there and I'll show you. Here we have lamb's quarter again. We have a lot of comfrey, which is really good for salve making. If you can make some comfrey salves out of this, or if you can make some fertilizer, some compost tea for your plants. Really good to speed up the healing process. And if you have bruises, broken bones, scrapes, anything that hurts, inflammation, this is your go-to right here, comfrey. Must have in permaculture. It's like one of the pioneer plants to acquire. So I have some and I've spread it at different places. It's great for the bees to pollinate. There's a invasive kind and one that's not invasive. I think I have the one that's not invasive. I think. I'm not sure. This guy. You see him?
It is.
This is a caterpillar.
Caterpillar?
He's after the root. And look, he's not the only one. There's another one over there.
Oh, caterpillar.
They're gonna eat up all the rue, but they won't kill the rue. They just come here during this time. And I have not cleaned the garden like I should. You can see evidence of muscadines falling right here. There's muscadines up there, and then there's the air potatoes over there. I'll grab a couple and show you. On my other glasses.
Oh, caterpillar.
I have these smaller air potatoes. I think that there's different kinds. Careful with the bitter melon. So we got some air potatoes here. I'm not sure if they're ready. I think they could wait a while. And we have raspberries coming back up here. No. We got raspberries. They're coming along. It's their second time coming along. And the muscadines, of course, up here. On the catawba tree. If you walk this way, we have overgrown raspberries that we need to really trim. But look, blackberries are trying to put out for the second time. So that's really good. They're not as good as the first time, but it's always trying to perform. So that's good. We got to try the gooseberry this year. Has pretty thorny little guy, but I hear that gooseberries are really good for you. They have a lot of health benefits, so that's really good. We have our 4 o'clocks here that pollinate the pollinators here. It always gets overgrown. And let's see, you know, not much growing in here besides a few horseradish, some new comfrey in here, valerian right there, these fish hook things that I call them. I tried planting marshmallow in here, but it gets too shady, so it didn't do. But the 4 o'clocks have really taken over. They don't really let anything grow. Or citrus, whatever this is, it's coming back. That winter that we had did not kill it. And you can see more air potatoes that are just falling as I walk under them. Right here, they're babies, so they just fall and they'll just root and grow everywhere. Look, it's like raining. Here we have another pumpkin that grew. We have a new mulberry volunteer that has come up here, and I decided to leave him here. Our cherry tree passed away this year. It gave fruit for the last time, and then it passed away. So that's that. You will have that happen, guys, so be prepared. We got more air potatoes here, loaded air potatoes. Take a look, all of that. I don't think we're gonna be able to harvest all of it. Yeah, there's no way. There's these, and then we have them all around other places. Please excuse the mess, guys. It's a work in progress here. Then we have this tree that I don't know what it is, but I really like. It's like a shade tree.
Mama.
And then we have this little weed growing. This is a really hardy weed, little weed. And then we have our pumpkins growing here. They're doing pretty good. We had that dry season, but there's quite a few of them all around here. Our peach tree, another store-bought tree, so another store-bought apple. That cherry is a good one. It's a store-bought one though, so sometimes you get good. Sometimes you get a lemon, sometimes you get a melon, right? We have morning glories that feed the pollinators too. You want the flower, Mama? And pop up mulberries, maples, some Jerusalem artichokes, you know, all kinds of trees in here. It's like a little forest, and I need to come in here and clean it up. We have red buds that too many volunteers, so if I let this just go, this would just be all shade. Back here, that's the muscadine growing in there. The muscadines are still green. I'll show you what the muscadines look like. They look like little marbles. See? Little marbles, and these are not ready. These are really sour. And I'll show you what the inside looks like.
No.
She wants one. We'll see if she likes it. The skin is very, the skin in the seeds. Wow, you wanted that too bad. She'll try it. Look at her face. She spit it out. They're sour, like sour candy. So if you ever want that sour and jelly. Sometimes I eat the seeds, sometimes I don't. The skin is really thick. You can eat it. I'm sure there's health benefits in it, but it's really like bitter. Just a little bit of everything, keeping the ground covered. Some passions growing in here. We got nutgrass that we don't want growing here. That happens. So this is I would say, a 4-year-old garden, pretty much, something around like that. Got another pumpkin. Something's eating that up. That's why it's gray like that. That muscadine makes your throat light.
Oh.
Itch. Okay, we're back in the middle, guys, and we went that way towards the east. Now we're gonna go towards the north here. But really, I can't show you down that way because it's corn and pumpkin, and there's no way I could get through there easily. So we have our apple tree that's not performing really good yet, and some green beans growing up. Then we have our latest tunnel here. I rearranged the cattle panel. And under here we have the loofah. That's what it's called, the loofah. Here's one. And then we have cucumber. You have cucumber here, some more loofahs, some hummingbird vine. You have the cucumber here, guys, the loofah, and then we have these gourds here. These nice gourds. Usually I always grow these gourds, but this year I'm going to tell you how I got these gourds. You see that? There's the evidence right here. I picked up a bag and it was filled with these dried up, and the seed was ready. So I just dumped the bag here sometime in the fall. And come springtime, I saw them popping up. And here they are. They've grown over. And look, here's one that got probably eaten by the goats. The goats come up here and they eat everything they can, so it's kind of bad. I probably need to put some more limbs and stuff here to protect it, but this is going to get covered. I'm really not sure what people do with these. Do you eat these? If you guys know, let me know in the comments below. Because these are nice and little. She wants one. She wants this little one.
The water of these is really good for the hair.
There you go. The water of this. These puppies. If you want nice hair. There's a lot coming through. There's one that rotted here. We have the burdock here. It's here to stay. I don't think you can get it out of here now. And this is a bean. Some kind of bean growing here. Cowpea, I think. Not sure. And this is the bottom. This is overgrown. I think this is Johnson grass. The grass you really do not want. Yep, got work to do right here. And we have okra. Okra. So we have a little bit of okra this year. In the years past, we've had more okra. And more burdock going to seed. So this part here, honestly, I need to let the animals in here so they can take care of all of it. Look at all that burdock over there going to seed, guys. That's a mess. But burdock is really good, the root is, so you guys know about that. Look up burdock. Really good for the soil. And more okra right here. And more okra. More okra. Over here, there's one Fuji apple that I have my eyes on. And it's right there. And then there's some other ones, but they're not doing good. That's the one that's doing good. That's the Fuji apple. Here's a persimmon, guys. This is a premature. And it fell from the persimmon mama. So in the fall they'll be ready. Whenever it gets really close to cold, make some jams. Don't bite into this. This will close your mouth. If it's not ripe and you bite it, it'll shut your mouth up. So yeah, but they're really good. I can't wait to get some. Nope. Hey guys, I got a load of pine needles here. Really good stuff. Perfect timing. It's August, so you got to get these covered up for the winter time. They can hold moisture and all of that. Keep yourself from watering and keep yourself from pulling weeds. We got our first bed here, kind of exposed. Getting a few little carrots from it. No biggies this year, not really. There's one. Just baby carrots, really. If you're trying to make a smoothie or something, you come out here and grab these. We need to fill it up with more. We've let some carrots go to seed. But what's really taking over here are the passion fruit. And the lamb's quarter. Lamb's quarter there's plenty of, so we don't plant mini spinach, but we have, I guess, this for making all of our good. Really didn't have really good success with our tomatoes this year either. So we have these grape tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. They come up year after year, so that's what's good about planting a variety of things, because there'll be years that you don't do really well and you'll have a volunteer tomato, cherry tomatoes, to flavor your food up at home. They're highly productive, and didn't really have to plant these guys. They just kind of volunteer, seeded themselves, and they'll continue to do that. So these varieties heirloom varieties are really, really important because it saves you work. Like this year we had a really bad year with the weather. We thought that things were warming up. We weren't going to have a hard winter, but things just hit really hard really fast. Around February, middle February, we had a cold spell, got down to the negatives. This area has not seen that in 20 years or maybe more. So it was really unexpected, and it really did some damage to our plants, our crops, a lot of things. It changed things up. Then in the spring we had a lot of rains, a lot of rains, and then we went into straight dry, no rains. And then now we gotten a little bit of rain, but just a little bit. But this is where the mulch really makes a difference. This is why, if there is such thing as climate change, I'm not saying that there is or there's not. Maybe they're setting things on fire on purpose. Let me just say that. Do your homework. But the thing is that they need fear in you so that they can control you, because with fear you can control someone. That's the only way. So they're going to plant fear that there's something out there coming to get you, you know, whatever, and so that you'll run to them, and then that your freedom gets stolen away. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to go into detail, but it's like that. The right hand and the left hand are both controlled by one mind. Remember that. So that's my spill on that, on climate change, on whatever virus there is. You know, I'm all natural, 100 all the way. So that's, I'm going to leave it at that. This one looks like it's almost ready. Pretty color. But, yep. That's her wild chicken, guys. You know, I think that she might have been the one that got attacked that one night that we heard something outside, because she's missing her tail, unless she's molting. And sounded like her. We have hyssop here, guys. Hyssop is really good for stomach, taking over. A little bit of chives, Shasta daisies, wormwood. We have our Mexican sunflowers this year because we don't have sunflowers that much. And we have our pumpkins, our, what are these, hibiscus?
Yeah.
Some kind of hibiscus. Not the edible hibiscus, I don't think. We have the cone plant, of course, echinacea. It's an antibiotic, really good for the bees as well. Our comfrey is in bloom over here. This is goldenrod, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm still up there learning with you guys. We got a little bit of tarragon here. Tarragon and rosemary. They've done good in this little patch right here.
If you have hiccups, chew on some tarragon.
That's a good one, yep. I wish you could smell what this too smell like combined. Some more Mexican sunflowers. We have a baby pine growing here. Our elephant ear doing good here. We have our creeping Ginny. I think that's what this is called. So we're doing our blueberries here. They're doing good. They like pine needles, guys. That's what we put. Those pine needles, that pine needles, we're going to put them here. This is morning glory. They're wild weeds. And we have our red bud. Not sure what this tree's called, but he has surely grown. He's pretty good. He doesn't cast too much shade, so that's good. This is what I wanted to show you here. The pineapple guava is doing good. Right here, this is where our chicken nested last year. And this little spot right here had a dozen little chicks, I think, or more. She did really well. I think we have 5 out of that dozen now, but that's another story. That's how it is with raising chickens sometimes. We have another loquat right here. Doing good. Here's some more of those trees. See, they're kind of like a, I don't know, paradise tree kind of thing. Right here, it died back from the winter, so it came back. But it was growing right here, and then it died. It came back right there. So that happens. That's how cold it got. This is kind of like the shady part, but it gets really dry up here because it's the highest part of the land. This part is the highest part of the land, and in this area, I'm trying to give it like a tropical theme to it because it's on the south side where it receives most of the sunlight. And then, so I'm trying to create a canopy that will still let sun in, but be a canopy. We have sweet potato growing right here that's not getting enough sunlight, but yeah, it's growing. It's trying to go up there. Alright guys, so we're almost to the end of the tour here. Just showing you plants. We have a lobelia blooming. And this is our little nursery that we're trying to maintain right here. Some have died, some are still hanging on. We need new places to plant them, really. Our strawberry patch did really well this year. We got some big strawberries at the beginning of the year. And this is pretty much it. We come to the end. I'm not going to show you the back. Or I probably am. Why not? You can see the mess back there. Just real quick, because we're making this video longer than I thought we were. So, looks like something's trying to make a nest right there. Hopefully it's a dove. So we come over here, guys. This is the end of the blueberry patch. And yeah, it's just covered with different stuff. So we need to get to cleaning it up. I believe this is turmeric. Because ginger's a little different, I think. But yeah, he's doing well back here in the backyard. The ice cream ginger did really well. It handled the frost. I was kind of afraid that it might not. It has a big root system down this way, all the way here. Look at that. It's a nice puppy, and it just keeps growing this way. Nice, nice, nice. I'm really happy with that. Ice cream ginger. So guys, we come to the end of the video. This year has not been as productive as other years, but there's still a lot of things that we have gotten from the garden. The herbs, there's a lot of stuff that comes back. So plant a lot of perennials whenever you're doing gardening. Make sure to always rake up your stuff, whatever it is, leaves, whatever you have in your yard, and do not burn it, do not throw it away for the city waste, but please instead put it somewhere with the log where it's not going to get washed away. And these plants, whatever you may have growing, will appreciate you very much in the dry time, because that's whenever they need that extra moisture. Not only does it keep that moisture, but it also feeds them as those things rot. It keeps you from doing work, builds your soil, and that's what it's all about. It's about building, making it bigger, and building raised beds. You know, you can come in, fill up soil, but it's nice to just build your soil all around. And that's what this channel is about, focusing on the soil, staying loyal to the soil. Okay, so that's what it's about, guys. And so do that, stay loyal to the soil, and you'll have great soil, because soil is depleted all around the world, and that's the thing that we need to do. We need to have, you know, guns in one hand at this time, and I think a shovel on the other, because we need to build, you know, those victory gardens, because in case of war or anything, and this is the time to build right now while we still have a chance. And they love getting out, getting spanked, and yeah, look at her, doesn't even care. She knows she's not supposed to. But she thinks the grass is greener on the other side. Juvia? Get back, girl. She's like, I'm just getting a drink. There's water over there. They're really smart. She gave a lot of milk. I just didn't milk her enough. that's the thing. But yeah, guys, get to growing, because it will save you money, time, and just a lot of heartache. Anywhere else, you know, you don't have to go to the store with everything that's going on. I'm sure you don't want to. Healthier for you, and healthier for the environment. You'll be helping out some kind of insect or bug or wildlife, you know, the wildlife change, the cycle. You'll be helping the whole system, the ecology of everything. So that's very good. That's very important. If you're trying to make a difference in this world, it starts with caring for yourself and caring for the earth, and that's what permaculture is. The three principles, that is earth care. So you got to take care of the earth. How do you do that? By the methods I'm telling you is, don't just waste the resources that nature provides. All of this that we think that is stress is resources, down to these little plantains. It's a weed whenever you don't know what it is. Everything is scary whenever you don't know what it is. Once you know what it is, then you find out the use for it. So that's how life is. So find out, do your homework on everything, guys. This channel is about doing research, and tell me what you guys want to hear. You guys have any questions about anything, comment, leave comments, interact down at the bottom. Subscribe if you haven't, if you're new. And thank you for watching. For all my subscribers, this is my latest video. All my other videos have been deleted, so I was going to try to do shorter videos. Can't seem to do that, so I'm just going to update this. There's Mean Gallo that's going to be soup. He's going to be soup here pretty soon. So yeah, that's the end of the video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Once again, everything is well. Have no fear, but you know, cast it all out with love, guys. So that's all I can say about what's going on in the world. Just keep your head up and, you know, grow on. That's all we can do. The ants are biting me. Just keep growing, guys, no matter the obstacles. And don't stand in one place for too long, so the ants will start biting you, okay? So get to moving, get to growing, and love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.